Hola, hola. I am live. Give it a few minutes for everybody to come on. I'm just going to play my little bowls until everybody gets here. Okay? That is my plan. It's always louder than I think it's going to be. Let's do this. So just come on in. I'm just kind of opening up the energy. They do want me to do something. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it or what I'm going to do with it yet. But come on in to my live. I was doing this last night, just meditating and trying to actually breathe. And my hair kept getting wrapped up in it. It was like this. It was bad. I got to do something with my hair. Like, I'm not going to cut it. I've done that before and regretted it every time. So I'll wait till people come. When you come to say hello, if anybody does come. If not, then I'm not going to stay long. And I'll do what I'm going to do at another time. It won't be any biggie to me, but I'll just give it some time. Oh, lucky I'm live. All right. So let's give it a moment. I don't know how long I'll wait, but I'll wait a little bit. So come on in and say hello. Let me know you're here. Oops. So knock over my thing. The heart is a thing. So, like, it's all about the heart space. I was thinking of maybe doing a chakra clearing. Not sure yet. We'll see who comes. So this is a heart chakra bowl. And they told me this morning I gotta open my heart. So that's what I'm trying to do. I saw 111 when I saw that. 1111. My heart got a little shattered. I ain't gonna lie. A little left up right now. So come on in. I'm gonna move my camera there. I see. It says one person. My thing's always off. So if you guys can, just say hello when you do come in. Hi, JJ. Whoop, whoop. Hello, hello. Giving it some time and space for everybody to come. I might do a little chakra clearing today, so come on over if you want one. I feel like I at least need to go into the... Sorry. I don't know why I keep forgetting about my ringer. They're kind of... Jeez, that one called right back. They're kind of calling for some heart chakra healing. Hi, Amy H. Woohoo! Hoping Amy D comes because she donated a little last time too, and I didn't notice because we spent like 2 hours on there or more. No, wait, it was like 3, right? Yeah, so I didn't notice. Thank you. It's contingent. So Amy H, thank you on that. It is contingent. I do got to pass the background check and the drug screen. And the only thing about that scares me is when they first started selling marijuana, I was licensed and sold it. And so I thought about that. I'm like, oh my God, this is my karma coming up right now. Because I didn't quit smoking when I was supposed to. And so hope to God I can pass that and they will accept it because I've worked at a bank before. So cross your fingers. It's still going to go through okay. It's a little bit iffy. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about that aspect. It sucks because I had a license to sell it. And so I was like legally selling it. But that haunts you. Like it follows you everywhere. And I've been working in social services and things of that nature. And they didn't really care. But banks do for some reason. So we'll see. Cross your fingers. I forgot about that. So I still could. Zoom is asking for a password. Oh, for the recordings? Is that what you mean? I'll look at that. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know why it would. I didn't download them. Let me download them right after the thing, and I'll try to fix that and get that to you tonight before I go in the night. I'm going to go pick up my oldest right after my video, so it might be after that. Yeah, so I also wanted to tell you guys that we are shifting into the karma field, and that was the message I got. So we shifted, and I told you guys that. But now we're into, so they said we passed like the Lemuria, Atlantis energy, whatever that means. I have no idea. This shit's weird to me too. but that we're going into the karmic stage. So whatever karma you haven't cleared, you're going to start seeing it. And I once heard somebody tell me, well, I have no karma. Yo, we gain karma every day, right? Like I didn't listen to spirit when I was supposed to and things like that. And so, and then this last job, and it's like, I feel like karma's created easily. So don't get scared about that, but you're just going to start to notice shifting. And it's part of the, like what we've talked about, right? Like your world will be designed at your seams kind of a thing. So it's kind of weird and I don't understand it all either. But we are shifting into the karmic reality. And that's where everything's going to start to clear out and more will be seen. So I'm just going to smudge a little bit because I feel like I need to. And just kind of go poop, poop in the energy. So you guys that did come, thank you. We'll do a little bit of heart healing and open your heart chakra today. So there's a couple things. There's 2 ways I'm going to do this. And I was like, which one do you want me to do? And they're saying do both. So we'll do 2 different ways to go into our heart space and then the other one to expand it. Okay. So I feel like we need that tool right now. Okay, perfect. If not, that's fine. I can even do a private one because it was a private forum that time. And so I have no problem her asking me something on text or whatever the case may be as well. So it's totally up to her, Amy. It is totally up to her. I know when we do the private ones, we get more intimate. And so that is fine with me if that's what she wishes to have. So I'm just going to clear the energy, clear the space. Smudge. Do some smudge. And everything is like funky monkey. I couldn't get my camera where I wanted it. So you guys kind of get to look at my chest. Oh, wow. That's better than an ugly face today. Like the other morning, remember I was like all puffy. I'm like, holy hell, at least I'm starting to get better. I slept so hard last night. And then now all I want to do is sleep again. I'm like, what the hell? It's intense. Now I'm to where I just want to sleep. So I can't imagine if I actually ever get to be with this person, I will sleep hard, I'm sure. Be like, I'll snore and I don't snore. So I don't know. With this twin flame thing and not going the way it was supposed to go, I really did get ill. Like it really did physically hurt me when we disconnected and when the light was going where it shouldn't have gone. It's real. Like it was very real. And I physically got ill. I've talked about that. They even literally made me go to the doctor because I was physically getting ill. And thought I had COVID and all that stupid stuff, which I didn't. But it took its toll on me. But I'm like, something's got to give. Like I have got to find my space and just protect my energy. Like I'm so done with this shit. You know, before my awakening, you guys, I worked so hard on my career. And then once I woke up, they're like, well, really, you're this. And I'm like, well, now what do I do now? Like, where do I go? And so it's just been a little bit of an interesting shift, to say the least. Yeah, and they're like, well, where's your joy? And that's something I still can't seem to put my finger on. Maybe it's because, maybe when I'm with him, I'll find, like, I don't know what the key to my joy is. Maybe it's him. I really don't know. It would make sense to me, though, the way I felt when I was connected to him. Maybe he is my joy. And then once we do unite, I'll be like, psh, and that's what that meant. I don't know, but I got to find my joy. What is my joy? So I will do 2 things with you guys today. If you want messages or anything like that, let me know. But I'm going to do a little bit of like a energy read. Again, they want you guys to know that we are going into the karma realm. So that's where you're going to start to see things shift and eliminated from reality. Because once you bring it all forward, that stuff will have nowhere else to go. Does that make sense? And so all it means is just everything is going to shift. So it's almost like we were dancing where we were creating some things and it would take a lot longer to clear them, where now it's now all in one. It's the best way to describe that. This is weird. But that's kind of how they show it. It's like you're just going to be living in all of your reality at once. So if you are still near something that's iffy, I would definitely get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be like, okay, like I need to be safe. My energy needs to be good. And I feel like that's where it should be at. Yeah, yeah, take note of that. Whatever that means, that's Spirit's message. So we have shifted into the karmic zone. So, you know, be mindful of that. If you're near people, you might see their realities change too. And all this kind of stuff start to occur. Okay. Now Spirit's like, don't freak out about that. Like, you know, it's like super, karma is interesting. I think we've all viewed it a little bit differently than what it actually is, in some ways, not in all. And so just be mindful. Like, there's no need to be in fear. There's no need to be anything. It's just all about shifting in the realities. And it's going to occur for every single person. Like, nobody's going to go unchanged. Either you wake up or you don't. So clearing will be faster. Yes, clearing is absolutely faster, but also so is like seeing it, right? It's like, oh shit, now this is my karma because I didn't quit when I was supposed to, and I have that in my background, and so now I'm freaking out that it's in my system, and they're going to pull up my background and see that, and I may not get this job, and that's my karma. Like, that is. And so we did shift into a karmic reality, right? And like with my twin flame, my karma was not knowing what I was doing and bringing in that guy, and that bit me in the ass too. So we've got to watch all this stuff, like, you know, and I'm who I am. And if I'm dealing with karma, what does that tell you? Nobody goes without dealing with their own karma. So clearing it will be faster because once you can see it, you can clear it. But that doesn't mean that our reality won't be shifted permanently. Does that make sense? It's kind of like that one video I talked about too, but it's going into a balanced world and one of equality, which we have never been in before. And in order to make it equal, there has to be a lot of karmic shifts, right? And that's what they would talk about, like Judgment Day. They would make you afraid, like you're going to be judged. God's going to go look at you and go, you're a piece of crap. You're a piece of crap. That's not the way it is at all. And when they look at karma, they also look at your heart, right? Like, where were you when you did those things, right? Like, there was something I did in my past, but in that time I was so devastatedly broken. Like my twin flame, for instance, like this thing that he did with the twin flame thing, you know, he didn't create his own karma necessarily out of that because he was doing it out of a place of fear and hurt, but he's still in his heart, you know what I mean? And so these things are all measured accordingly. And that's what Spirit's also saying. And that's for a year, 2 years on my videos, even on YouTube or Facebook. I was talking about the heart, right? Just open your heart. That's what that's about. You know, we've done so much healing and so many things. And it's like, don't be in fear. 90% of you that even listen to these kind of videos, people like me, guaranteed you're probably awake and you're probably fine. But all of our worlds are going to shift. And that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Like I've said too, I heard somebody's like, what does that mean going forward with like jobs? I feel like the ones built on a good foundation will be fine, right? Companies that were built in shit karma, you're going to watch. They're going to fall. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine, Amy H. It was a private one too, so I figured she would want a private message with that one. So that's no big deal at all. 3333, right when I saw that. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3. You see what I mean by messages and numbers, you guys? They have been off the charts. And here's an example too, is like when the twin flame journey started, they would send me through numbers and I would be like, okay, tune in, and they would be like incoming. And so the next 222 I saw, I tuned in and he connected with me. And so it's important. Like, it's weird. Like, I'm not kidding you when I'm telling you we're going into different ways of communicating with spirit. We're going into different ways of communicating with ourselves. Now, remember, I've told you part of my purpose is to help everybody shift into the new reality, right? Because whoever I am, I don't even still understand. I somehow know to live in that reality going forward. It makes a lot of sense for why I struggled in this one and the one that we were in. And the energies and how to work your reality. And so that's coming. Like, there's a definite shift in how we communicate with spirit, how we tune in, how we listen to spirit, how we listen to our bodies, and things of that nature. So I'm really kind of excited about it, but it isn't exactly easy. Hi, Donita. Yay. Donita, we got to get you scheduled too, by the way. I feel better. So whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Like, I feel like it's going to be super intense working with me now, you guys, because I'm shifting, and I'm not kidding. And the last time I did that, it was like, whoa, it blew my freaking mind. So if you are going to book with me, just be open to that, because I'm definitely going through that right now. Something's shifting, and I don't know how easy it's going to be. I don't know what's all going to come about. But the last time that happened to me, it was like, whoa, right? It was like, whoa. Then all of a sudden I was like seeing body parts and stuff. So it's crazy. So something's definitely shifting with that. So I'll be curious to see what my next session is like. So whenever you're ready, let me know. We can get you scheduled and going. Let's see. Serendipity. Why did that word just come up? Didn't I say that before? Wasn't that like a word of the day before from the spirit? Serendipity. Allow things to be in serendipity. For somebody needs that word. Focus on that word, serendipity. And they're also calling for this right now, and I don't know why. So I will pull it forward. The Elemental Oracle. I have not used these in a minute. I love these ones. When I make my deck, I'm going to do that. They won't let me make a deck yet. I think I have to wait a little bit till some shifting occurs, and I don't know why. But this foil part right here, I love it. I want to do that on mine. Those are so pretty. I like these cards. They're fancy smancy. Yeah, these aren't my favorite deck, but somebody needs a message here. So this is in particular, there's a masculine energy that needs this message. So pay attention. You better start speaking your truth or it's going to bite you. You have like no time left to speak your truth. Oh my God, I got chills like crazy too. Like, I don't even know if you can see those. Or it's going to bite you. And that's what they're saying. Some masculine energy needs to hear this message. You've got like no time left to speak your truth or it's done. Like the shift is now and it's needed now, and they're asking you to do it. They're just like, you've procrastinated too long, and that procrastination is going to be deadly. And not to be in fear, but that's just what it is. I don't understand the message because it's not for me. It's for some masculine. You need to speak your truth now, or the time is no longer. Like, there's no more time. You're done. And that's that. It's like you will solidify into that reality. And there will be no coming out again. So that's that. And I want 2 of these. They're also saying it's easier than you think. That's why you procrastinated. There's like no reason to be in fear. And then, okay, and so this is what's coming through. Groundedness, state gravity. Saturn's also coming through. So the energy of Saturn is with me, and I don't know why. And 993 is also sticking out in here. And that means that your decision will create your reality like now. Like, there's no time left. Your decision will create your reality like now. Okay, so we have get grounded. Gravity, right? Oh, man. No wonder. I didn't even notice Saturn's in here. I saw the butterflies, and I'm like, Saturn's coming into play. Yeah, and even all the animals. Like, you are so supported and guided. It's going to be super, super, super easy. It's way easier than you think it's going to be. But if you don't speak your truth now, it's like you're not going to be great, happy, fulfilled, where you're supposed to be. Like, there is no time left because we've just shifted into the karmic reality. So if that's the case, their karma will become your karma. So you guys have really got to watch out for that, okay? You've really got to watch. If you're not with people you vibrate with, you could be in trouble. And that's what this is representing. It's like you're going to explode, and you can either explode the right way or the wrong way. You're not really going to explode, right? But you can either go up into the most beautiful abundance, or we can melt away. That's the basic what I see. I have this card. I know that's weird. I don't know what's going on. This is for some masculine. Power, volcanoes. Like, there's so much power here. And either way you go, it's going to be super powerful. One will be super painful, and one will be filled with love and light. So the choice is yours. It's time to make that decision. And that's what they're saying. I don't have any idea who that's for. It's a masculine. It's like the time is now, because you will shift into their karma, and their karma is not good. Not good at all. Like, I'm like shivering when I think about that. Like, their karma is not good. Like, oh, I wouldn't want that karma. Like, it doesn't feel good. It's taking my breath away. I was like, foam. You don't want their karma. Trust me, it's not going to be good. Remember I talked about some will go, some will stay, some will never know life this way. Like, your choice is either like stay or never know life this way, ever. So, but like, there's no time left. Like, you got to do it now. So take that for what it's worth. I don't know who that's for. I do know it's for a masculine, a male energy, and it's like super important. And then they're calling on the Myria, so I'm going to bring that forth really quick. Something about the Illuminati too, you guys, and I'm not sure what that's about. There might be like something big coming through with that, like public exposure. I don't know. So that's also coming up, which is interesting because I haven't really dealt with them since I lightning striked Ghana and didn't know why I was lightning striking Ghana, and then I looked it up and there's a headquarters of that there. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. That was like, I don't know, like 8 months ago, a year ago, when they had me doing that. Like, I was going places and either raising the vibration or lightning striking them. It was weird. Like, I went to Ghana 2 times or 3 times. I don't even remember now. And I like did what like Metatron does. It was like wham, and I could just wham, and I'm like, why did I do that? Like, what's in Ghana? Like, I had no clue. I was like all afraid, and then I looked it up. I'm like, oh, well, that makes a lot of sense. And ever since, they've had a lot of problems out there. But that's I don't know. And that's the last time I remember doing anything with that. And so it's interesting to me. So we'll see what comes out with that. Something to do with the Illuminati being eliminated. Also, Catholicism exposures coming. There's going to be a lot of different exposures coming, but it's not like the ones you were expecting. So they're saying it's going to be bigger and wider than you ever expected these changes to be. So, and that reminds me, it's like when I first started this, there were people like, oh, it's just going to be energetic and it's going to be, and it's like people never realized what I was doing and what was coming, and how big it was truly going to be. But then you have some people that are tuning into the wrong energy, right? The end of the world. But it kind of is the end of ways, not the end of days. So we shifted into the karmic reality. You have like no time left to get out of who you're anchored into, or you will no longer be you, and you will no longer have any memories of what you know now. That's basically how it is, and that's what they're saying. I don't know who that's for or why they're even saying that. They don't live in fear, so it's not about that. It's just about an urgency to take action of your truth. Truths are important, okay? Truths are very important. All right, and so... okay, so somebody definitely is waking up, and that's what this is talking about, awakened awareness. You are waking up. This is more confirmation to that. This is absolutely your awakening. It's happening a little bit unprecedented. It wasn't exactly supposed to go down like that, but I felt like you had to have a lot really fast, and that's what's going on here, and that's what they're saying. So yes, awakened awareness, and that's what's going on here. So don't doubt it. It's absolutely very, very much occurring. It's like we go into different stages of enlightenment, and even sometimes we can be like, is that real? Like, did I really just do that? It's kind of cool when you do it, but that is what's happening. And then it's super important to be aligned. And so that was what was coming through. It was like a chakra clearing alignment. But more so, I got to focus on the heart. So if you guys want to stay with me right at the end of this, I will do a little heart healing, heart opening, and I'm going to teach you how to drop down into your heart and then expand your energy out. Okay? Does that make sense? So we will drop down, teach you just a little trick to drop down that I've been utilizing since my heart was broken. Cool, Hydrosynth. I'm not going to do this too much longer. Nobody's really donated, so that, oh wait, maybe somebody did. Hang on a sec. I may have lied. Well, I might have lied. Hurry up. Okay, let me try again. So, super important to try to stay aligned. And remember that guy's video I posted too, he talked about like the silver cord. That will help you do that. Okay, and so there's 3 things I could do really quick today for you. If you can't stay, Jacinth, watch the video over again. Yeah, I did get a donation. My phone's acting weird, so give me just a second. Yeah. So Amy is getting one so far, yes. Amy D is owed one, but it was from the personal forum, so I can do hers later in another time. And she was busy anyway, so Amy D is up for one, absolutely. So Amy, if it's healing or messages you want, I feel like it's healing and messages like usual, so that's fine with me. And we will do that. Then also I'm going to take you through a little bit of rundown on how to drop into your heart space for either newbies or those that are struggling. The struggle can be real, it doesn't matter. And then also how to expand your heart energy out. It's super important, you guys, because the 18th, I might also do a workshop for something, or even just like a donation one, or even just get us all together, because it's about making sure that heart is open so we can receive and transmute love, right? It's all about that love that we kind of miss the mark on. So that's going forward. And so be in alignment. We're going to drop the light up that silver cord. I'll quickly just kind of do a little rundown for it. And you guys can work on that as well. Okay, so I know there's a lot going on here. Silver cord aligned, like what is that? It's just imagining there's light going up your spine through this cord all the way into your crown. And then I have you hold your breath and it expands, and then you shoot it right back out your root. Oh no, Amy, my son can wait. He's not on a time limit. That dude's adult, so he can wait for me. So no, we'll do yours tonight. I already told him it won't be until like 7 or 8 o'clock tonight or whenever, and he was fine with that. And I'm keeping his ass to like Tuesday or Wednesday anyway, so it's no big deal. I'm like, we haven't seen you in a while. You're staying. He's like, okay. So no worries there. I'm not in any hurry. I haven't done anything but rest, and so I'm actually feeling pretty good. As far as all that other stuff went, it definitely shifted into a positive, so we're good. Okay, absolutely, Jacinth. Okay, so Jacinth does have a quick question, so I might do hers before Amy's just because it's a quick message for her daughter. So also, Jacinth, when I do the rundown on the heart opening, can you try to teach her that? Have her do it even just once. It's going to blow her mind. So that's something that's already coming through. I feel like she's struggling the most because there's like a knot here. There's like a knot here. And then she's like, flip. Yeah. So what tools I give you today, use them on her. They're super simple. And you don't have to tell her anything about them. It's just try this, right? Like try this. And I don't care if she's stubborn. She may be just because she's a little bit like, I don't want to call it bullheaded. I don't know if she's a Taurus or what it is, or if it's just because of some experiences she's had, but she's like hesitant with things. So she's a little stubborn. But it's just like, just kind of use what they're super simple. Breathing in and then expanding out. And you can even do it for her. And then kind of imagine light going into her heart. And that's just a start. But I'll tune in and do a message too. Okay. I'll finish the collective really quick though. So, yeah, super important to be mindful of your surroundings also, because as people shift into the karmic realm, like just be mindful. Okay. Oh, you're so welcome, Jacinth. You're absolutely welcome. So I will do the messages first, and then I will do a rundown, or let me think. I'm like, I don't want to leave people hanging too long. And no matter what, you guys can watch this video over, right? So no big deal there. So, because I do want to kind of give you the tools to go into your heart space and then expand it. Because I don't care who you are, this will work, okay? You don't have to be anything at all. You don't have to think you're anything at all. These are simple, simple, simple tools that anybody can do anywhere, even the littles that I worked with. So very simple there. So they're saying messages first. So I was just going to do the heart healing and opening first, but they're saying messages first. So that is what we're going to do. Anything particular about Melissa, or is it just already like I'm doing tuning in and seeing what's going on. I feel like your expectations of her, let's see, how do I say this? It's like, she almost feels like no matter what she's going to do, she's going to fail you. And that is part of it. But I just think that's because of her heart. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's, and I just got chills all the way up my left side. So I don't think that's personal, Jacinth. I think it's more about just her being so closed off. And so her main focus is because she's trying to go through an awakening, sweetheart. She is trying to go through an awakening. I don't know if you're aware of that, Jacinth. She is trying to go through an awakening and she's really struggling. So welcome to being a healer, because unless you send her my way, you're going to have to help her. Okay. I mean, we don't have to do anything, but you know, you want to. And so that's why I say that. And so with her, the biggest thing is getting her grounded, but rooted. Okay. Oh, okay. That's why her heart is like, that's why her heart is shut. Well, shit, that makes so much sense now. Okay. That's why it's super important. But she's also going to be going through an awakening as you do this with her. Because once she opens this, she's going to wake up. So there's a reason that occurred. That was important. Like that was, and I'm getting chills again all the way up my left side with her. That was a shift into her reality. That was a shift out of like that guy was not a good guy, and you can feel free to tell her that. But that's why her heart is. That makes a lot of sense for why her heart is like. Okay. So perfect. Then I would definitely use these tools with her, and let her know that he has a past she was not aware of, and wasn't always honest. That's the gist of that one. And so that may help her as she moves forward, but it's super important to just open up that heart space. Once she does that, she's going to start going. Do you know what I mean? There's going to be things that occur for her, and she's going to just, you're going to be the one that knows the things for her. Remember how you felt so alone? Well, welcome to your new reality moving forward. You're not going to be so alone. Okay? All this makes sense, Jacinth? So she was rearranged for a reason. Your job is to help her open her heart just by the tools I gave you today. Simple ones, okay? Just simple ones. And then what we can do is teach you how to clear a workshop, or maybe teach you how to do something coming forward to help her. But I feel like the first thing she needs is just take her down into her heart, have her breathe in and expand, breathe in and expand. And then let her know that she was actually being protected, like seriously being protected with that shift. It was a really good thing, and my forehead's tingling like crazy. She is, I want to say a medium, a psychic, a medium. She's got gifts. So there you go. She does have gifts, Jacinth. Shaman also. So she's also, so if you and her can get together, by golly gee gosh, you can create so many cool things. There's something with natural with you guys. There's something with natural healing things, like products. I think this has come up before with you. It surely has. Something about the ability to be able to make stuff to cure things. Okay? And that's for you and your daughter. But that's going forward after we can open up her heart space, because you both do have gifts. And as you work with her, it's going to keep expanding for both of you. And so this is just a shift into the movement, into the right direction. Super good thing, though. Super good thing. Not a bad thing. And I got chills again all the way up the left side. I did mention that. I thought I did. It's been a long time, though, huh? All right, cool. So there's some confirmation again. Oh, major chills all the way up my left side with that one. So a good thing, not a bad thing. Very good thing, very much so a blessing. I feel like her heartache will be healed like that. I really do. And then she will be married within 3 years. Okay? And you will be a grandma. I'm going to reiterate that again. You're so welcome. You are so, so welcome. You will be a grandma. So just hold space for that. All right. I've said that before to you too. I said don't shut down that possibility. It is absolutely put in my ears ringing. Absolutely a possibility. Okay, so just don't shut it down. Like just be open to it. I'm not going to tell you. They don't want me to tell you where it's coming from or what it is at this point. They're saying no, a little too far out. But everything is in a positive shift and purposeful movement. Okay, like seriously. All right. Yes, I can't deny the fact that you're gonna be a grandma, and I get chills when I say it. Okay. All right, Amy H. You are up, my dear. Yeah. Like some natural shampoos. Like I'm trying to say that like on the DL to you, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Something about beauty products, natural beauty, which you do have. So come on now, share that with the world. That's like Pamela. Like she's just, her hair is gray and she's just so pretty. Like there was another lady I worked with like that. Her hair went all gray, but she was like so pretty. And I'm just like, let mine go. Oh, no problem. No problem at all. Let her know that it was a blessing. Okay. He is not being honest, and his past was a little scary. All right, Amy Hutchinson. Was it general? So that's fine. So whatever comes through for you, or do you have a specific? Okay, so I do feel a few things going on, kind of like what we talked about too the other night a little bit. Right away, there has to be a little bit of a change in perspective for the family unit in that what is really important, what is truly, truly, truly important. And if we really look at it another way, like everything is really already there for us, right? Bye, Jacinth. Okay. Super important to sense because then use the tools I do right after this for the heart space, okay? But what I mean by that, Amy, is you guys have got to let go of the energy where if we do this, we're going to lose everything. And I feel like that's the consensus across the board. But the fact is there's so many more options. And it's like there's an opportunity to be okay. And so we've got... It's like the whole family unit. Like, let's just allow it to shift that way. It's like the compass. So what I'm seeing is the compass. And so every morning, just imagine your compass lining up. Does that make sense? And this will help. This will help your directional pull. It's like in the morning, just imagine this. I know this is weird and simple, and I've never done it like this, but just imagine your compass is lining up. Like my compass is aligned today. I'm going to know which direction I need to go, and I'm just going to go, right? Like there's going to be no hesitation. It's just, so they're saying the more you think about things, that's when you pull back. Okay, so that's that so far. All right, your bubble's a little jacked. You've had some negative thought spaces going on. So I do feel, so this is weird, Amy. So I see like this face like coming at you. It's like this, it's like a cloud. It's like a gray cloud over you. And it's like constantly like spewing shit into your head. It's like a gray cloud constantly spewing stuff in there. It's just constantly like coming at you. Almost like a sprinkler of shit. like a sprinkler of like shit coming at you constantly. And now they're asking you to focus on the ability to be able to see that outside yourself. So it's like you've really got to focus, again, the heart space, right? It's dropping out of the head into the heart space. Once you can do that, your whole reality is going to shift. It's still being in the head and not in the heart space. And so what I'm going to need to actually do is there's like some connection that I'm not aware of, that I've never seen before, that we're just also going to kind of heal there between your head and your heart. It's not, it's not like your usual chakra connections. I've never really seen this one before. It's almost like you know how when you're a child you kind of come up with double personalities when you come through so much trauma. You learn to detach, and what they would call as like split personalities, which don't really exist. But it's like you learn to detach, and then weird things happen. And I feel like at some point this was like your detachment ability. It's like you didn't want to feel your heart. So mentally, you trained yourself to be more up here than down here. Oh, shit. Okay. And I was like, I'm sorry. As I'm like redoing this connection, give me a sec. It was a rough one. You're a tough cookie, girl. You're not somebody I'd want to mess with. But the problem is you took it more out on yourself. Holy crap. Forgive me. That was a bad one. Oh, okay. That's what you were talking about. That makes sense. Oh my God, that makes sense for what I'm seeing. So it's like this cloud is like spewing shit at you. And that's when those time frames, you guys, like, are when everything is really, really super thin. Not that it's not anymore right now as it is, but that's when everything's more sensitive. So that makes a lot of sense to what's going on here. And it's like this severed connection between your thoughts and your heart. And that's why I was really sick just now. Because as I was doing that, I was seeing all these energetic connections coming back together. I know that's weird how things work, but it's just the way it is. But you want to know what? It's related to somebody you work with. I'm sorry, this is like rough. Okay, see, that's the message I just gave you. The family unit has to shift. That's what I just told you. And you guys have got to let go of, if we do this, everything's going to fall out. You just confirmed everything that I have said to you. Right there. Everything I've said to you is right there. Goddamn, girl, you've got to get out of that work. Like, it's dangerous. Like, I don't know who this lady is, but I don't like her. Yes, it's a lady. And I'm not kidding when I say Spirit warns us and we like have no time left, like when we have no time left, okay? And so we will get sick until we listen, and we will get sicker until we listen. It is absolutely true. Because you're not going to be able to live in the same reality you were. Like, the shift is very real. We are moving into a different world. There is no denying that. There's no going backwards. And if you want to play in the fact that I'm not telling the truth, you're not talking about you, but I'm just saying, like, it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dangerous to stay on something too long. And that's part of why you're waking up and getting sick. You're also around somebody who's very dark, and it's affecting you tenfold. It's almost like how dark entities follow you home. This one is. It could be, I don't know, I feel a female. All I know is I feel a female. It's funny when I said that too, because I was like, she's all men. But somehow there's something female. It could be, I don't know. All I know is I see more feminine energy there. That's funny because I knew you were going to say that. I don't know. All I can tell you is it's definitely female energy. But that doesn't mean that one of them can't carry that. And that's what I'm hearing as well. So just be mindful of that. I don't know. I have no clue what all that means. I don't know. All I know is what I feel in you. And when I see that cloud, I see like a woman, like a dark female. So I have no idea, but I know it has to do with your work. Maybe it is just like an entity there, Amy, and it's not an actual person, because it's following you home. All I know. Okay, and it comes from there, but it's following you home. I don't think what it is matters necessarily, other than I just fix the connections. The situation is better, but if you don't act, it will continue, and it could shift to where. So what Spirit's telling me with you is you will be protected, but it might bite you in the ass. It already is biting you in the ass. But you are highly protected, but it'll be like, they'll have to like shove you, and it's not going to be pretty. Kind of like what we did with my twin, right? Like, we went in, and it's like we disrupted his reality because we had to. It was divine intervention on our whole relationship because it was way more than what it was supposed to be. And so divine intervention does occur, but it shit hurts. Like, let me tell you, I would have not wanted to go through that, and I don't ever want to go through it again. I was literally waking up, wailing every night, partly because I lost him, and then the other part was because I was having divine intervention of every pain I'd ever caused him. And let me tell you, that was not something I would wish on my worst enemy, because that kind of divine intervention also physically took me down. Like, my whole world got turned upside down, you guys. And now I'm scared. Like, I have no idea how I'm going to work. I'm totally scared. And hopefully this job goes through. It's contingent. But like, I'm telling you, this shit is real, and it will bite you, right? If we're not listening, like, she's now suffering. She's got this stuff happening. I've told you guys all about this darkness. It's very real. It's very real. I don't care how Star Warsy it sounds, how conspiracy theory it all sounds. Wake up. And I'm not meaning Amy, I'm just meaning everybody in general, right? But it's time to wake up to that. But for you, when you go there, something follows you home. It has feminine energy. And so, but it's with that place. But I think it's just because it's not a good place, right? Like, so, like, the whole place becomes that. It's kind of hard to explain. And so really it's a way, you guys, both of you are supposed to shift the family unit. Oh, I know you do, Sunshine. I know you believe me. But for some reason, they have me saying these things because these messages also go for everybody too. 4848. Can I look that one up really quick? I got to look that up really quick. Success, benevolence, and gratitude. Remain glad, for angels have recognized your hard work and steadfastness. Before long, progress is coming your way. The higher powers applaud you for the integrity and truth you instilled. So, hey, I'll take that. But I feel like, so what I'm telling you, Amy, is that there will be success, and there will just stay filled with gratitude. So you're coming at it from a place of like lack of gratitude, and they're asking you to come that. So when we manifest, we got to come from a place of gratitude. Like, thank you. This is going to be beautiful. Both of you need to shift. Like he's got to shift and so do you. And it's going to get ugly until you do. Yeah. So do it now. Like spirit will have your back. All right. I promise you, when spirit's intervening, they will have your back. What website? So I just go to Google, but there's all different kinds of meanings. So you kind of take the ones that resonate the most for you at that time frame. So like, it's literally just a Google search, but all kinds of things come up. And so I never look at the first one. I always look at the one that resonates. Okay. So there's like, 4848 is also overcoming the bad memories and experiences from the past. Amy, you and I have also talked, that's kind of in your energy as well. And so they can have multiple meanings. So I want you guys to keep your mind open to that. It's like, it's not tailored to one. It's not one meaning. Does that make sense? So 4848 often means the angels are repeatedly trying to catch you. So this is also could mean that you're not listening to your spirit guides. And so Amy, that could be the thing, is that you guys are not quite listening. And so things are going to get bumpy. And that's part of the message. The whole family unit needs to shift. Your compass needs to shift. So line your compass up in the morning and say, we are going to be aligned. We're going to find what we need. I'm going to listen to my guidance. Thank you, Lord, for providing for us what we need. Right? Gigi, Amy's got a different one. She says she uses this one, but nothing yet. So Pinterest is also another good one. So Amy, there's like a layered message here, but it's all very important. So your time is now to navigate through this. And if you don't, you're going to continue getting sick and things can fall out. Like seriously, they can. And something's following you home. It was nasty. You saw how much I threw up. So let's not do that again. Let's like, if you do go back, please put up a major bubble. And then before you leave, it's like, whoom, whoom, just clear your energy. Be mindful of your thoughts, you guys. If you can notice it, once you can learn to stand outside of yourself enough, like in Cripple Creek, when it started happening to me, I noticed it. With my twin flame, it wasn't so easy because I love him so much. My emotions get all jacked. And sometimes that makes it hard. But it's like you can start to notice those thoughts creeping in. And once you do that, you can be like, no, thank you. And then they don't have any power anymore, okay? So it is that powerful. Just being able to recognize, like, wait, why all of a sudden am I thinking this? Like doomsday just all of a sudden went over me. Like, oh, what the fuck? Right? Like, that's not normal. And then all of a sudden it like shifts. And it's like, oh, and you can like see it go away. It's crazy. It's true. It's crazy. So there's that aspect. But the family unit, so it's funny you said the family, because the family unit needs to switch. Your compass is off. You're trying to be protected, including your husband. He's got to be on board with you, and you both just got to go boom. Okay? But I think it's going to be okay. I really do. The angels say, no doubt in my mind it's going to be okay. All right? No doubt in my mind it's going to be okay. You just got to trust. And you're going to have to be willing to do things that you don't understand. Like, wait, I don't have all the answers yet. That's okay. Just do them. It's like the best example I have is when I was a kid. I was ambitious as hell. Whatever I wanted, I got it. Let me tell you. And I went and I applied for a management position at a company at like 20 years old. Never had any experience doing this stuff at all. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't qualify. I want this job. I want this job. So I applied. And the next thing I know, like I actually got in. Like they called me and they're like, you don't qualify at all. And I'm like, no. But they're like, why do you think you're a good fit? And I just went off. And the next thing I know, I had the job. And I was not qualified. I managed a restaurant from that point on. So yeah, I was 23. I never was even a server really much at this point, just like once for a little bit. But here I found myself managing the front of the house of a restaurant. But it's just because I wanted it, right? Like, so, and I've done this many times over. Like, whatever I wanted, I went and got it. It didn't matter. And I didn't have to fake it. Like, you don't fake it. It's like, I just know I can do it. I just know I can pick it up. I just know I will learn like this. And that's just the way it goes. And they're asking you to have the same ability in your head. Like, you've got it, Amy. You can learn anything that fast. You can create your reality that fast. They also want you to do a painting one more time. Okay? So be mindful. I feel like it should be okay tonight for sleep, crossing our fingers. But until the shift occurs, it's going to keep nudging you. Okay? That's that tower moment. We will get sick if we're not listening. We do. We truly do start to get sick if we're not listening. Okay. So I'm seeing if there's anything else. See how I was like all sick and throaty and then all fine? Yay! Cool. Good job. When you tap in, Amy, they want you like feeling yourself going deeper into your body. So the tool I'm about to give you guys, use it and go deeper. It's not just for the heart. Like you can take it and you can drop down this way anywhere you want to. All right. And so for you, Amy, when you go into there, go into your heart and then take it down into your solar plexus and into your sacral. There's something with your sacral there too. And so those three, your heart, your solar plexus, and your sacral. Once you feel like you're in, paint. You're so welcome. And this goes across the board for any of you. You ever want to tap in and start the creative flow? I don't care if you're an artist or not. You do not have to be an artist. This is for you. You don't have to show anybody. Drop into something and then paint. 5555, you guys. There's been so many fives. Like, holy hell. 55555. 5 fives. That's a big one. 5555. Right when I was making this, it was like 5555. You guys, this is not a joke. Remember, I kept saying the 5555 portal. Something to do with that right now. There's something shifting. So please be mindful. Please be mindful. Speak your truths and get out now. Do what you need to do like now. Okay? If it's true, I will do it. Right? I don't care if anybody thinks I'm crazy. I do it. And things work out. Okay? So super important, Amy. 4848 and 5555 came through while I was doing your message. I feel like it's for everybody across the board, but I feel like we all got to tune in, right? Like these are super important times, unprecedented times. And if you're not willing to listen, you can end up where you don't want to be. Period. Period. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Okay? You guys have seen enough from me. For those of every one of you, not just you guys who've done my workshops, but anybody who's watched my videos, Spirit is showing me, you've all been shown that I'm not lying, that what I do is real. Spirit showed me that today. They've shown me that pretty much 99% of you that pay attention, that aren't new, have had many, many things come through where you're shown that I know what I'm doing. And so all they're asking you is to just listen now. Like, it's like, now it's so important to listen. And wasn't that the title? Now is the time to listen, if any. Okay? You've had enough proof that what I say is true. That's what Spirit's also saying. It's like, why would you doubt this now? But now is the time to listen, to really, truly anchor in where you want to go. Okay? If you want to stay here, you want to ascend, do the freaking work. Okay? It's not that hard. Even if it seems hard at first, once you do it, you're going to be like, oh, holy shit, that was great. Thank God. And you can be in gratitude for like ever. Gratitude feels good too. You're like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh my God. Oh, thank you. All right? If you don't, you're going to be like, oh my God, why didn't I? And it's going to hurt like hell. 5555. Right when I said that. 575. You guys, this is nuts. The synchronicities that are shouting at me right now are very loud. And so I can't say that enough. Like, the time to listen is now and the time to act is now. And I cannot reiterate that enough. And Spirit says all of you have been shown enough that I know what the hell I'm talking about and what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do a quick drop in. I'm going to teach you how to drop in. I'll teach you how to ground real quick. I know some of you already know how. Again, grounding is different. So when I tried to ground like I used to, it took over and grounded me today. And it felt so good. So good. So I ground differently, I'm realizing. The roots come out of the earth from the core and they wrap around my being. And I literally feel like I'm becoming a tree. That's how I feel. And I get chills when I even talk about it. Like, the roots come up from the earth and they wrap around my vessel. And all of a sudden I feel like I'm just a beautiful, strong, rooted, vibrant, life-filled tree. Okay. So every one of you is different for grounding now. It's not one unison that's going to work across the board. I need you all to hear that. Going forward, it's all about your personal connection to the earth. And so they want you to start dancing with that. They want you to start feeling your feet on the bare earth so that you can kind of take her energy in. Does that make sense? The more you do that, you're going to start grounding naturally as it is. Like, it's not as hard to ground as what it used to be. Allow your energy to start integrating with hers and hers to start integrating with yours. And allow what you feel to come through. So if you're like, I send my energy into her and it doesn't feel like it's happening, then ask her to send hers into you and see what happens. Just set the intention to ground and see what happens. Okay? But first, I'll just make sure we're all kind of grounded. If you can, if you're available to, please just have your palms up for receiving mode. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. Just have your palms up to receive. Amy, Merkaba upgrade really quick. I didn't realize we needed to do, so I'm going to do that really quick. Okay, is that all right? Can you give me a quick yes? Okay, so Merkaba upgrade. Metatron is coming in. Metatron is coming in, and he's taking your Merkaba. He's like laying it open. This is interesting. So he stepped in front of you, and your Merkaba is literally, it's like separated and laid open. So it's becoming like a crystalline, but it's also like getting an upgrade. Something to do with that severed connection that we fixed. Oh, it's beautiful. You know those like multicolors? So it's like multicolors, but also translucent. So that's what yours looks like now. Oh, I got chills all the way up my left side. Oh, it's just like comfort. Just feels all comfort right now. Just all comforting. I don't know what that's about. This is weird. So he's doing something to the inside of your Merkaba. I've never seen him do this before, Amy. I'm trying to pay close attention because I've never seen. So it's almost like he's taking like this tool and he's like, what's he doing? He's like reprogramming your Merkaba. I don't know. This doesn't make sense to me. He's like poking your Merkaba. He's changing the energetic codes of your Merkaba. That's what I'm like, what are you doing? This makes no sense to me. What are we doing? And it's like sending signals through your Merkaba. I've never seen this done before. Chills all the way up my left side. Okay. Forgive me, this was for Amy. He's like doing something. And so as he like does something, it's like he's like putting codes in there with this thing. And then it like shoots down, like communicates, almost like a computer would. That's how, forgive that. That's how I see it. It's like these like synapses communicating as he's like putting these things. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's almost like he's literally doing it to a computer, but it's your Merkaba. And it is like a translucent, very beautiful, multicolored, translucent Merkaba now. So that's definite upgrade, but you've definitely got to take action for these to integrate. Okay. It's a big one. This is a big one. This is like a big jump forward. So take your action and you're going to see a lot of life movements going forward. Okay. All right. So he's putting it back together and he's putting a bubble around it. It's got to like be protected for some time. So again, with the protection, your energy is changing. So you totally got to protect it. It's super, super, super important. Not a joke. Sorry, guys. That was horrible. I wish there was a better way to release. I hate burping on live. I don't like it. The only time I burp like that is when I drink soda. This is like horrible. So sorry, you guys. Thank you, Amy. I burped your shit out for you. All right. That was funny. I'm sorry. There you go. So there's a lot going on for you. So be mindful. You're going to be dizzy also. You will feel dizzy for the next few days because of that work you just did. And the attachment we fixed. So be mindful of that before you drive. Make sure you're grounded. I think I told you this recently too. Super important still. Before you drive. You're so welcome. I'm glad it was awesome because I'm burping with it. So we've got to make it good somehow. This is so embarrassing. It really, truly is. I'm like, there's got to be a better way. When I first started, I would sweat like profusely. Now I burp and the sweating kind of stopped. And I'm like, maybe I'll go back to sweating because nobody knew I was sweating. And I would just take a shower afterwards. But I would be like drenched. It was gross. All right. Okay, so back to helping everybody. Sorry, I have to do what angels want me to do because that's what we do. That's what true healers do, okay? That's what true people who are connected do. They step outside of themselves and they let things take over. They don't dictate. They don't control it. They don't use their personal opinions on anything. None of that, okay? All right, so back to just dropping into any chakra you wish to drop into. But for now, our focus is the heart space. I'm going to just teach you a quick tool to do that when it's in dense energy, when it's hard to do it, when we don't know if we're doing it. This is a really easy way to just drop your focus down and to teach you how to do that. Once you get it, it just goes. You don't have to always do this tool. Once you get used to it, it just goes, okay? All right, hands up if you can. And I want you to just kind of focusing on your breath, calming your energy. Sorry about somebody's mowing outside. If you can hear that, I do apologize. I'm going to try to be as loud as them. Hopefully I'm not yelling in y'all's ear. I don't even know if you can hear it. It's just annoying me. Either way. But just kind of drop in to your breath for now. Have your palms up. If you can close your eyes, that's really where you need to be. If you can't do this one right now, use it later. Okay? But it's really about just closing your eyes. Hands must be up in receiving mode. And then calming your body first. Okay? So when I first do this, like I feel like my energy's like, and so your first focus is just your breath. Calming the body, breathing breath through it. When you breathe in breath, you can imagine breathing it anywhere you want in your body. Okay? Breathe in breath to where you feel tension. Breathe in breath to where your body feels like it's still moving. And you do that until you feel calmer, until you can actually feel still. Then, once you feel still, I want you to calmly take your focus to your head. Put your focus in your head. If you have to touch your forehead, touch your forehead. So sorry about them mowing outside, if you can hear that. So I will even do this on my third eye on my forehead. I will just tap it. You can circle it. Do whatever you need to do. And this really does start to open up your energy. But it puts your focus here for you. Once your focus is in your head, I want you to imagine yourself standing inside your head. I don't care how hard that is. Don't be silly about it. Like, how do I do that? Don't make it complicated. Just literally, I imagine myself inside my head. If you don't see it, that's okay. I imagine myself inside my head. Then you're going to imagine, as you're standing in your head, a stairway starts to appear. This is a new tool they're giving me, by the way. This is not one I've ever used in my past. Not to do what I had to do at first. So it's a good one. But it's super simple. So just imagine a stairway start to appear. Now the stairway is going to keep going as you go down it. Okay, so it's being created with every step you take. That way you can really take it anywhere you want to take it. There's no limit to how far you go or how big this staircase is. So just imagine you start to take your step down that staircase. And it can be anything you want. Like mine has this beautiful golden rail, and I don't even like gold, but for some reason it's appearing with a golden rail. Just let it be. Whatever it is, whatever you see, whatever you feel. It could be stones. You could be walking into a dungeon for all I care. It is yours and yours alone. Allow it to be something special. Allow it to come to you in pieces, however it's going to be. If you don't see anything, that's okay. Eventually you will. Eventually you probably will. So just keep imagining, set the intention, and do the work. And then just say, hey, I'm going to start walking down these stairs. And allow yourself to start walking down the stairs in your head. And you're going to start walking down these stairs. And then inside your body, you're around your nose, right? So you're walking down your stairs, down to your mouth area, walking down your stairs, going through your throat chakra. Every step you take, and I feel blockage here. So as that happens, you can either bypass the block. So just imagine they're not going to let me. I will remove this for somebody. But you can imagine walking around the block. That was a nasty foamy one too. That was disgusting. But that's gone, so that can happen. Just me as a healer, I'll use my hands or I'll burp it out. But you can imagine walking around it, do whatever you got to do until you can get past that spot. And then you just keep walking down your steps. So sorry about the noise. Like, how rude. Didn't they get the memo? I'm doing my video. Jeez. So just keep walking down your steps until you reach an open space. And that's what it looks like for me. So you're going to walk down until you reach a vast open space. And this open space is just black. It's like there's nothing there. And you kind of go down the steps until you're at the bottom. And it's like this vast open space where there's nothing there. Okay? It's kind of dark at first. Almost sounds like you're in like a cave, right? You can kind of hear some noises of the natural just being in this place. All of a sudden, your staircase disappears. And you can imagine yourself sitting down in this open space. For you are now in your heart space. You have dropped down into your heart space. And I like to allow nothingness to be here. This is what I like to do at first. Okay, so you just imagine this big open space. And you're sitting there. And you're now in your heart space. Okay? Now, from here, you can just be, I would imagine myself meditating in my heart space. I would literally see myself sitting like I'm meditating. And I would do this for as long as I need to do this. Okay, so I didn't do the stairs, but I would see myself sitting in this vast open space just meditating. And keep doing it. Like keep dropping back down and just sitting there and meditating. I'd literally visualize myself inside there meditating. As a very powerful tool. If it's hard at first, keep doing it. If you keep dropping out of it, go back in. It's like a muscle. Okay, it's like learning how to use your tongue for the first time. It's learning how to ride that bike for the first time. Keep doing it until. Okay, so you just imagine yourself sitting in that open space. Imagine yourself meditating in that open space. Whatever feels, you can pray in that space. Whatever feels comfortable to you, just allow it to be nothing. Don't have any thoughts. If any thoughts come, drop back in. Say no, thank you. Not needed now. Send them away. You can put them in a bubble. Ooh, they float away. All right. Then from there, I want you to imagine breathing in, focusing on your breath while you're sitting in your heart. So it's kind of a double thing you're going to do. It gets a little bit, when you're not used to it, feel awkward. Just keep doing it and keep trying. So you're sitting in your heart space. Now imagine as you're sitting inside that vast space, you start breathing energy and air up through your legs, all the way up into your heart with every breath you take. Okay, so breathing in, breathing light up into your heart, or air, light, and then allowing it to expand with the exhale. So imagine as you exhale after you breathe in, your energy starts to expand from the center of your heart out. And it can go little by little by little. The first time I did this was the first time I realized Atlantis was in my energy field because I wasn't feeling right. And I went to somebody for help and they told me, expand your energy out. And I kept saying Atlantis. I'm like, what the hell? And then I went into meditation and it cleared that. It was crazy. That's when I raised it. But this will do things. So if you start to see things, if you start to experience things, just take note of them. Write them down afterwards, okay? Like, we don't always understand them at first. Sometimes they come later. But you can see things and you can feel things and you can have shifts occur by doing this work. So be mindful, okay? This is a tool I want you to try too later, but I'm kind of walking you through it. So breathing in that air and that light into your chest and allowing it to expand out with every breath. And keep going until you have expanded it out beyond your universe. This is how you drop into your heart when it's not easy. And this is how you expand it open. Understood? It may cause things to occur. It may cause you to cry. It may cause you to have thoughts pop up. These are all to be released in that time frame. Okay, and it's okay. It's purposeful. It's beautiful. It's a gift. You are now learning how to tap into your heart and heal those things for yourself. You are now learning how to control your heart chakra and open up your energy to receive. Okay, and you can keep doing this. Now, I told you guys you don't just have to use it for your heart. You can take that ladder and drop down further. You can imagine the ladder coming up from here and dropping down into your next chakra. You can do this all over your body. And this is controlling your consciousness. Okay? Super important tool that angels use in meditations. People use in meditations all the time as a pathway and a stairway or an elevator. These somehow take us from one location and allow us to go deeper. Hypnosis people use these all the time as well, apparently, which I'm not a hypnotist. I'm a master healer. So I'm just telling you, I'm expanding your repertoire of what these tools are that I give you and how far they go into things. Okay? So just really quick, I'm going to make sure all of your hearts are open. And if there's anything I need to do in this space, somebody's getting a key. The key to your heart is in front of you right now. That's what they're telling you. The key to the heart is right in front of you with the person you're watching. Okay? That is the key to your heart. And they're like wanting it to put it in and turn it. It's just all about you. They're waiting on you. Okay? Also trust. We're eliminating distrust. Lack of trust. I'm bringing light into that space so that you can trust without fear. Anytime you have fear, imagine unzipping that fear body and stepping out of it. There's another tool. Okay? Now, for this silver cord running up your spine, draw up air from the ground, not air, light, but use your breath. Draw up the light from the core of the earth up into your body. This is what light healers do, you guys. This, as a master, this is also one of the things I utilize a lot. I draw up the light from the earth and I start running it up through your body. I don't care whether you believe it, whether you see it, just do it. See what happens, okay? Just allow it to be. Like, you don't have to see it. You don't have to anything. Just imagine, set your intention, allow it to happen. Keep doing it until something shifts, okay? Draw up that light up into your body, your feet. This is a really good way to ground, too. You can't do this without being grounded. So once you do this, you will also be grounded. So draw light all the way up your legs, up into your knees, up into your thighs, up into your hips, up into your backside, all along your spine with every inhale. Okay, so it doesn't have to be quick. It can be slow. Every inhale, you draw this light up all the way your backside, like where your spine is. And just know it's going all the way up through your chakras and all the way up into your head. Okay, so you keep drawing it up that backside, that back cord, all the way up into your head, into your crown. And then once you get it up there, you hold your breath. So I do it kind of quickly. It's like an inhale, then I hold. And when I hold it, I imagine it expanding. Okay, just expanding until I feel pressure. So I don't usually count. I feel pressure on my third eye and I'll feel pressure on my root. This is another trick that I personally do. I don't know if everybody else does this or if they would tell you to. This is what I do. And again, it sparked my Kundalini also. So be mindful. I may change your freaking world. So just be mindful. Depends on how much you put into it though. Okay. So as you're allowing it to just kind of expand, you can feel like pressure at your root, pressure in your third eye, pressure in your crown, and you hold it, and then once you let go, it all just bursts out. Boof! And I want you to imagine all that light shooting up and down, out of your root and up out of your crown and your third eye. Okay? It's like you draw it in and you hold it to capacity to where it fills your whole system, all of your chakras, and you can't hold it anymore, and then boof! It shoots out. This is what I'm being told to teach you. This is what I do. It's different, I think, across from anything you'll ever see. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. But it can blow your mind. It can open your crown chakra. It can open your third. It can do a lot of things for you, especially the more you do it, the more you get into it, the more you focus on it. If you take it seriously, the universe takes it seriously. So does your body. Okay? Utilize these tools, you guys. These tools are very powerful and they will change your life. Okay? I just gave you 3 different tools. How to drop down. Start at your head, because where do we suffer? Where do we get stuck at? Our head. So we take that ladder, we take that pathway, and we go down. And we imagine walking inside our own body. All the way, and then when you feel blockages, you either set the intention that they be released, try to move them out of the way. You can breathe light into them. There's different ways. You try to bypass them and keep walking. You can do that. Generally speaking, you can just keep walking. You just do it, like just force it. Okay? When you do that, you can also cause yourself to release unknowingly. These are very real tools, and they're very powerful. Okay? And they are things that masters do in this way. All right? So most people start out small. They don't start here all the time. With the stairs, yes, that's a simple tool. That's teaching you guys how to drop in. Then expanding your energy, yes. Drawing the light up, not exactly. And going through the cord, not exactly. And blowing it out, not exactly. Okay, those are things you don't do right away. So just be mindful. It can change your world. Period. When you're combining them and you're using these tools, you're teaching yourself to meditate as well. Okay? Do you guys have any questions with any of that? You're so welcome, Gigi. They're very powerful. These are things I started doing naturally when I had my awakening. Why I knew how to do them, I don't know. And I just got chills. Again, that's the mastering. It's like something I already had in me and I just found myself doing. Then I went into that Kundalini awakening. Like it was nuts, like absolutely intense. So again, a Kundalini awakening can't occur until you release something. So you have to be open. So be mindful of that. Not everybody has one either. So don't set the expectation that I'm going to give you one. You only get one if you're meant to get one. Okay. You're so welcome, Danita. You're so welcome. So practice them, use them. They're super cool. You can expand them. You can make them small. That's how you learn to just drop into your heart, meditate. Okay. And then again, once you get it, you don't need the ladder anymore. All of a sudden you just go drop in. That's that stop, drop, and roll. Stop what you're doing when you get messages, numbers, synchronicities, feelings. Stop, drop means drop to your heart. That's where messages, that's where you meditate. In your heart. Some people here, mostly here. Okay. Home is where the heart is. That's really what that means. That's where our spirit is. That's where we get messages from ourselves. Things like that all come from your heart. So when they say stop, drop, and roll, stop what you're doing, drop into your meditation, drop into your heart space, ask what you need to see, do, or feel right now. Whatever you receive, roll with it without question. That's how you receive guidance from spirit. That's how you listen to when numbers come along. Oh, just go about your day going, if I'd have done that, I'd have missed everything. I wouldn't have known he wanted to connect with me when he did, right? Like, stop what you're doing, drop in. Sometimes they just want you to strengthen that connection. So you may not always get something, okay? But you might. And so when you do, don't question it. Because Spirit's like, well, do I question you, fool? No, I don't, right? Like, trust me and I trust you. That's kind of how the relationship works. And that's also how you expand your communication with Spirit. Once you trust communicating with them, it gets stronger and stronger and easier, and it expands and it grows. Spirit wants to know you trust them just as much as they trust you. 2323. I don't know what that one means either. Stop, drop, and roll. Okay. Sometimes they are just a message. You just learn. The more you do it, the more you'll be able to know. So at first, when I would see the numbers, it was constantly stop, drop, and roll. And I would do this sometimes 10 times in an hour. They would it's not that much, but you know what I mean? Like sometimes they would have me do it a lot. And not every time was there a message. Sometimes it was literally just connect, just be in stillness, just connect. Because what you're doing is you're teaching yourself how to communicate with Spirit. You're also teaching yourself how to meditate each time. Okay? You guys, these are super powerful. If you utilize these and you actually implement them on a regular, it's going to change your life. There's no way it can't in a positive way. In every way, it'll change your world. Okay? It can also spark your awakening if you haven't already had one. It can spark a lot of things. It can kind of show you what's coming next for you as well. these things are very intense, but they're very real, and it's very for you, and it's all about, this is also where you go in to start healing too. Okay. Super cool. Those are a lot of powerful tools. So I hope you guys understand them and receive them. Feel free to watch this video over to get those tools as many times as you need to. I'm still releasing for somebody. So again, we shifted into the karmic realm. So that's where you're going to see a lot of things start to shift very quickly now. That's why they're also saying big things are inbound, because we have shifted into the karmic realm. What does that mean? Ascension has occurred. We've gone into a new timeline. Now we are into the releasing mode. We have shifted on a collective level into a mass releasing mode. And so whatever karma, you're going to start to see people's realities shift. And if you are still anchored or near darkness, I suggest you run. All right? Like now. Like now. Like now. Spirit is really adamant about that. Like, there is no time left to get that shit out. None, because it is going bye-bye. And if you are going to go with it, then it's going to change everything that you are as well. Like, you're awake for a reason. You pay attention to these things for a reason. They don't for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And remember, there's so much more than what you know or what you understand. So don't try to micromanage. Just trust, believe, and take the steps, and you're going to be thankful you did. I promise you. Okay? That is like anxiety filled. Like that is adamant for somebody to do now. Okay? That's Spirit's final message in this video. I truly enjoyed this video. This video like totally went awesome. Let me just make sure nothing else came through before I go. No other donations came through or anything like that. Okay, cool. We are good there. Amy H, if you will let Amy D know to just kind of text me. She can ask me a message there, whatever she wants to do, and I will gladly do one over text. That's fine too. Because it was for the private forum. And I will fix the link in Patreon for that recording from the other night. I should do it by tonight, hopefully by tomorrow morning for sure. I feel like Spirit is saying, don't worry. I feel like everything you need is already in you. So it'll be okay, but I will fix that for you and get it out there. And then, awesome. Yay, sweet. Yay. I love you guys so much. Like, I can't reiterate enough. You guys are my family. Totally are my family. And I'm lost without each one of you. And that includes my baby, my other half. I don't like calling him my twin flame. He has a name. He's my family too. And I can't wait to integrate that. And I'm just holding space. And yeah, I'm starting to feel like all this love. And so I'm hoping it's shifting in the right way. That is a positive, right? Like so much love. Okay. Love to all of you. I want to give away some things moving forward again. So keep your eyes peeled. First and foremost, I will do the Delphi video, the two girls, Abby and Libby, because they're like, right? And so that's coming on the channel. And I will also do the patron meditation for self-love. Okay? Awesome. So much love to all of you. Stay safe. Like, I can't reiterate enough. All right. You might start to see a little civil stuff too. Be mindful of that. People can start to hurt each other. And I don't like to say that, but there might be a little bit of civil. So they're saying it's civil unrest, not like a war amongst that way, but a civil unrest amongst the collective also. Okay. So super, super, super important to be mindful of your surroundings and what you're doing moving forward. Because there's definite shifts ahead. Okay. All right. We are in the karmic realm. You're going to start to see people's realities shift into that. Okay. It's not avoidable. Right. And remember, everything's based off where their heart was. And so as you see things, be mindful of that. Okay. Love always, not judgment. When people who are in judgment are going to be surrounded by what they were judging. It's going to be like smacking them in the face too. Like, we're all going to have shifts in that. We're all going to be able to see things that we didn't see before. So just be mindful, okay? So much love. We got this. I'll be here for you. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for putting up with me and surviving our twin flame journey. And I can't wait until he's here with all of us. So much love. Bye.